Hey, Brett here. Going to work on FizzBuzz. This is off of Coding Dojo, so this is a classic one. I'm going to go ahead and create a project from scratch as I prefer to do. All right, now let's see. There it is. I've already this window maximize. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and make sure things are running. Yep, and then npm run test. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So this already has a repo with an initial source file, classic hello world. I'm going to delete that. So get rid of that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with test par usual. I'll make a new file. FizzBuzz dot test. All right, it. Now for FizzBuzz, let's see. One, three, two, three is a fizz, five is a buzz. And I've got the requirements right here. So I'm going to start with stage one and just work my way through. I am not going to do all the numbers. I'm going to use equivalence classes. So, for example, things that are divisible by three, things that are divisible by five, things that are divisible by both three and five, and then not any of those things. Those are the four classes. So that's how I'm going to take this approach. Okay, so here we go. It returns nothing for one. I'm going to start with a concrete test, and then I'll go to a more general test as I work my way through it. Okay, cool. So const result is equal to FizzBuzz of one. Okay, that doesn't exist. So by the rules of TDD, I've got failing code. So I'll go ahead and make that pass. And also by the rules of TDD is if you minute, I'm going to do everything within the same file and eventually I'll extract it out. So let's see, expect result to be an empty string. And this returns back. That's fine for now. I'm going to let this test fail. Undefined is not an empty string. Beautiful. Return an empty string. And if anyone cares, I'll go ahead and be more complete on the types. Okay, let's run this. Should pass. Cool. First test, first commit, second commit. First test for one. Actually, now you might decide that I should be using, or you might think I should be using standard commit messages, and I'm fine with that. I'm just playing around. Sorry, I used to VI, so that's, come on, click up there. There we go. Now I can move. Okay, so now I already know I'm going to have a lot of test cases, so I'm going to go ahead and do the old school style of test case using for each. That's an empty string. Returns, let's see. No, dollar sign TC of one. And I probably want, boy, I'm having trouble typing. I've been doing this too much today. Dollar sign TC1. Okay, so let's see. Returns, and I can't do that, but I can do that. Okay, and then this should be ah, there we go. Gonna run this value. No, oh, value because here, I'll do this. Penny, no ma'am. Stop it. Penny, no ma'am. Get out of there. Stop. Leave that alone. Thank you. That's not for you. Stop destroying the couch. Thank you. This is going to be a great video, isn't it? Love it. That's fine. So does this, first of all, do both these tests still pass? I assume they do. Okay, good. This is okay. Now I'm going to put a few other values in here just because that way it'll look like I've done a lot more work than I actually have. So 2 is also an empty string. I'll do that. That should pass. And since that really isn't adding any new value. So these are the same equivalence class. They're the same test based on my white box knowledge of the domain, but this is not. So, and that's also not valid code. There we go. Let's run this. Okay, it should fail. Great. Okay, so now, well, I could do less than, but since I know it's module, so if number percent 3, yeah. Okay, great. That works. Now, 4 is the same as 2. I'm gonna skip 4. I'm gonna go right to 5. That should fail. And I did a commit. That's fine. Okay, so I can duplicate this. Let's see. Cool. And oh wow. Before I do this commit, let me actually make this look at all your results, Mr. Schuhart. One more time. There. There we go. One more try. Probably should have done that as a separate commit. All right. So I'm gonna have to pause this for a second. Actually, hey Penny, get out of there. Come on, sweetheart. I've got a new puppy. She's been here about a month and a half. She's a great. No, ma'am. Hey, Penny. No, ma'am. Thank you. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, it's not dinner time yet, honey. I'll get you. I'll get you in a bit. Oh, these are going to be some high quality videos because I'm actually doing it. This is exactly how I'm doing. Okay, so let's see. The next thing that would be divisible by either 3 or 5 is 9. So I'll go ahead and copy for 9, though 9 is not really a special case. 10 is not a special case either. But one special case is 15. So, and this should be FizzBuzz. So I'm going to run this. Yeah, okay, great. So now what I'll do is, okay, so let's see. Let Does that work? Cool. All right. So now this gets the first part, FizzBuzz, and I could go up to 100 if I wanted to, but I'm not going to actually go 1 through 100 because I have got really, that's a test case or equivalence class. This is, and this is not, this is not. These are all the equivalence classes for this project. Okay. Okay, let's see. round one of Fizz Buzz. Okay, great. Now, part two, if it is divisible, or it has a three in it, if it's or it has a five in it. Now let's see. So 33 is Fizz for both reasons, but we don't want to do it twice, I assume. FizzBuzz, that makes sense. Oh, interesting. This tells me what I need to know. So 53 is FizzBuzz. Okay, I'm going to just use this case right here. Heck with it. Don't guess, don't think, just do. So this is 53. And that expand should be 53 should be FizzBuzz. Okay, great. Now this is not going to work. Okay, good. Now, in addition, let's see, how do I check? Okay, I actually don't know how to do string checking. I do a regular expression match. Okay, well, I'll just do it that. Uh, matches number. Oh, I'm sorry. Number is okay. Right, let's try this. Easiest way to convert. I'm going to do this. I don't know the easiest way to convert a number to a string. Let's see. Dot star 3 dot star. And helps if I actually complete the regular expression. Does that do it? That's interesting. I actually think that's correct. Should return FizzBuzz because it is divisible by 3 or has 3 in it. Okay, so by my interpretation with this example, the actual value for 3 is now incorrect because 3 has both. So I think 3 is FizzBuzz. I actually don't know because I've not done the second part of this. So that actually is correct. Uh, and then Buzz. And I think that's the same thing. Buzz, Buzz. Let's try this. And this is, let's see, it's divisible by 3. It's divisible by 5. So now what do they say? 50, let's see. FizzBuzz, Fizz. It's not divisible, but okay, so the FizzBuzz, Buzz, it's divisible by 5. It has 3. I think these requirements might be slightly ambiguous in terms of the order, but I'll go ahead and stick with this. So if I'm going to believe this, then Fizz Buzz Buzz, I think that's correct, but I honestly don't know. Well, you know what? I'm going to go with it because I think the requirements, I don't understand the requirements fully, and I'm going to go with what I'm taking them at. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do Fizz Buzz Buzz. Now, these are no longer all the same equivalence classes. So for example, something that's divisible by 3 but doesn't have 3 in it. So that would be, for example, 27 is a good one. So 27 should be Fizz. Okay. And something that's divisible by 5 but doesn't have, oh, that's a good one. 10 or 20. 10 should have Buzz, but not. Okay. So I think that's the second version. The only question is the order of operation and like what order of Fizz and Buzz. I'm gonna go back to this real quick. Yeah, I think this is about given these requirements, that's my understanding. I might talk to somebody, but I'm gonna go with this. So I think this is probably okay. Now, I'm gonna do a couple other changes. First of all, Okay, so now I'm going to move this into its own file. Okay, now let's see, what else can I do here? I mean, it certainly wouldn't be crazy to. Okay, I'll. God, this is overkill. I'm going to do it anyway. Why not? So const uh is equal to 3. Now, interestingly, I don't know how to do this, but I know how to do this. So if I do, does this work? I don't know if this works. Let's see. Does that still run? That was a mistake. Okay. Okay. Oh, well, that would make sense because I did that. Cool. That works. The reason I did this was I want to do the following. And then, const. Actually, I wonder if I can make that as, I want to see if I can, I want to see if the add parameter refactoring works. So I'm going to express this into a function, top level function. And this is, don't know what the name of this is yet. I'm going to call it foo until I get a better name. Oh, that's ugly. No, I don't like that at all. I do not like that. Do it this way. I'll just do it this way. Fine. I'm going to do it this way, and then I'm going to figure out how to do it better the next time I do this kata. Now, I don't like this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of result. Sure, there's a better way to do this, but again, I'm getting practice. So, okay, now does that work? This apparently is not working as expected. Can I do this? Cannot. Okay, well, I'm gonna do a quick. Ugh, I hate doing this, but I'm gonna do it because I don't understand why that doesn't work. What did I do wrong? Obviously, it's something silly. Okay, let's see. What I want to do is I want to do this and evaluate that. Hmm. Okay. So learning. There we go. Okay, cool. Makes sense because the forward slashes are syntactic sugar for result. Okay, yeah, so got it. I should know. I didn't need that. Okay, great. Now, when I've done this, I'm going to go ahead and make this consistent. So it still works. Okay. Aha. And I want to parameterize this. So now the big question is, can I parameterize this? It doesn't do it. Let's see. Refactor, introduce, oh, there we go. Name. And this is let's see, does that do it? Helps if I use the variable. I'm working a little bit tired, and this is exactly why I love having tests, because I'm doing a bunch of stupid mistakes. If I was pairing, I wouldn't be making all these stupid mistakes, but my tests are keeping me honest. Beautiful. Now, let's rename this. I don't like the name of that. This is I don't know what to call this. Apply check. I don't like that, but it's better than what I had. Hmm. I think that's okay. Not great. Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's okay for now. And the next time I do it, I'm going to know, for example, that when I'm converting from a hard-coded regular expression like this, when I'm converting from something like to a string calculated regex, I just remove the slashes. That's good to know. And that makes sense because, again, that's syntactic sugar. Anyway, I learned a few things, and I'm going to call this one done for now. Make sure npm run tests. Are we good here? And I had to screwed up commit. That's fine. I'm just messing around anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm going to call that done enough. Have a good one.